What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Set Apart Podcast with Ren and Didi. We are back again with another episode. This is Set Apart, where we talk about everything and nothing at the same time. Everything from culture to faith, everything in between. Really everything. How you doing today, Didi?
I'm doing great. Ready to talk about a whole lot of nothing.
I'm with it. I'm with it. But first, we're gonna start with something that I like to call kill it or steal it. Cue the music, cue the music, cue the
Don't you want to steal it? I want to steal it. Let me see you steal it. I've got to
kill it or steal it. We're going to talk about some fashion trends. I'm going to run it past you. We both going to say whether we would kill it, like, no, we don't want this fashion trend to exist ever again. Or will we steal it, like, oh, we can rock that here in 2023. You ready for that?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. The first ones, and I'm going to start with my personal favorite. Fanny packs. Would you kill it or steal it?
Steal it.
Steal it?
Steal it.
Okay, is that because of the new wave of stuff and they coming back slowly but surely? Or is it because you always secretly had your heart on some fanny packs?
I never secretly had my heart on fanny packs. And also, they look better now than they did then.
They do.
And they are quite convenient, especially when I'm out. I'm an outside person. And so I can have my phone, my keys, my essential cards, and some money if I need to. And I don't have to be having my purse when I can be doing what I do. So I love it.
I love that. And be fashionable, right? Because you can link it up with everything. But here's the thing. I have what we call thunder thighs. And so even with loose cut jeans, anything you put a wallet in your pocket, it's gonna be hugging. It's gonna be hugging. These thunder thighs. Thick thighs save lives, but they destroy some jeans. Exactly. They destroy some jeans. All right, number 2. Let's see what you feel about this. Bucket hats. Would you kill it or will you steal it?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Ooh, yes, it is.
That's a hard one. Because I did rock a bucket hat over the summer, and I plan on rocking it again this summer. But I just got one, so I don't know if I could live without it, but I like them.
Okay. And I used to be big on bucket hats. But in reference to this, I'm going to say we got to kill it. And this is why. I only ever used bucket hats for a specific reason. Hiding your face from the sun, hiding your neck from the sun. Maybe you was in gruesome like heat all this time. I feel like maybe there's other things that exist to accomplish that feat. So for this segment, I'm gonna say kill it. That's my first kill it. Put that in the kill it category.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, here we go. And this might be borderline controversial with people who are listening. Jeans that you buy with holes in them. You killing it or you stealing it?
I'm stealing it.
Okay.
There's a time and a place, 100%, for holy jeans, but you don't buy those to be practical. It's only a fashion statement. So
right.
I'm gonna steal it.
Right. I say steal it too, but I got a little hesitation when I steal it because listen, Beverly, my mom used to whoop my butt when I put holes in the knees of jeans. Like growing up, multiple whoopings. Like we would get the jeans on a Monday, and by Tuesday or Wednesday, like they're gone. Like we're outside playing, we done ripped them or whatever. And I tell my mom all the time, I'm like, listen, this is a fashion trend. You just didn't know. You were stifling our creative genius.
But they were not fashionable when you did it like that, though.
They were not. And they had a little green stain around because it was most likely in the grass.
And holy jeans is different from ripped jeans.
It is. But here's the thing. And on this situation, Didi, this is what I can't understand. I will go into like an H&M, okay? And H&M, if you somebody from H&M that work at H&M or got some influence in H&M, please get a variety of sections and selections for people with thunder thighs. All right, just give us a thunder thigh section. All right,
that's the wrong story.
it is, because that straight fit up and down, ain't no way I'm getting into that mug. It ain't happening. Whew. But when you get there and the jeans with the holes cost more than the jeans without the holes,
for sure.
Come on, I should be paying for material. It should be less money because it's missing a place here. I can't do it. I know, right? I can't do it. It's coming up. It's coming up. All right, kill it or steal it. This is. I feel like this is a one that could be on the line. Kill it or steal it. Leather jackets.
Okay, here's the thing. It depends on the kind of leather jacket.
Okay.
Because there's only one type of leather jacket that I will wear in 2023.
Okay.
And that's the moto jacket. You know,
okay,
short waist cut or crop.
Biker boys.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not wearing no trench coat. I'm not shafting it. I'm not coming in like, Morpheus. I'm not doing that. But those jackets are hot with some jeans and some boots. So
you're right.
So sad. But that's the only.
So you're gonna steal it?
I don't know.
It's hard.
It's hard. I could live without it because there are other materials that have that cut of a jacket. Because I don't want the rest of that leather jacket stuff.
Right. You're right. I don't know. Like, this is one of the things that I got to surrender to the comment section. Like, I'm on the fence so hard. Y'all tell me what I think. If I had a gun to my head, I don't know any reason why I would have a gun to my head saying whether you would kill or steal leather jackets. But if I had a gun to my head, because of lack of creativity currently in my brain, I have to say kill it.
That's why.
And yeah, comment section, please tell me why I'm wrong. Like, illuminate me, please. Okay, here we go. Next one. And this is something that I like. It's getting juicy. Okay, kill it or steal it. The clear pandemic. Okay, and let me explain this. All right. Once upon a time, early 2000s, we got into the clear molasses. We got into the clear backpacks. I remember when they had clear Air Force Ones. I remember when they had clear purses. That's still a thing. Like, they just had a clear pandemic where it was so cool to see through your fashion. They even had clear shorts and like shirts and stuff like that. So clear pandemic, kill it or steal it. Didi, what you got?
Kill it immediately.
Immediately. So you said take it out to the back and shoot it now.
Yes. Shoot it now. Just stop it. Just stop. Like, why do you want people to see anything? Like, clear is one thing, but it's like literally plastic. Like, I don't understand.
Yes, it literally is plastic. Yes. And not only that, but like, people would have clear forces and everybody thought they were sweet. Oh, you got those clear Air Force Ones. But when your socks was dirty, you were not helping. You better have those clean cut Nikes, or those, at that time it was Hanes. Like, have your Hanes like fits. They better be sparkly when you wearing those clear Air Force Ones.
Never been a fan.
Okay, that's a unanimous kill it. If you know anything about the clear pandemic and all of that stuff, please tell us about your stories of wearing that stuff, or maybe seeing some people wear that stuff, because I'm excited to hear some funny stories about that. All right, and this is the last one I'm gonna go to. I'm not gonna hold you on this one because I don't know how you're gonna react with this. Okay, keep in mind that for y'all who don't know Didi very close and personally, she got some Northern California roots. She got some Texan roots. And I just want to know what she thinks about this next one. Okay. Kill it or steal it. Ugg boots. Where you going with this?
I'm gonna steal it.
Oh! Listen, what? I didn't see that coming. That's a curve.
Uggs have evolved, and
okay,
they are so comfortable. The problem is when they're worn out of season. But Ugg slippers, first of all, when they are given to you, because they are expensive, but they are worth it because they are so comfortable and warm, and because it has lamb hair, you don't sweat.
Okay,
it's amazing.
See, I'm an out of season guy.
That lean to the side.
Oh, sis. You don't like them to do the Fat Joe lean back? You don't like that?
Sis, take them leaners off, okay? No.
Come on, you don't like them sitting sideways like Paul Wall, switch out? No?
I can't stand when shoes lean. Stand up.
That makes sense. I'm an out of season guy. You know, like from the Southern California part of me, like I definitely 70-degree weather. Like, yeah, I'm rocking my Timbs when I want to rock my Timbs. If they go with the outfit, yeah, it's April. I don't care.
That's different than Uggs, though.
It's different?
Yes. Timbs are not in the same category as Uggs to me.
Okay.
That's not I first met Uggs, origin story, in college in Indiana. And everybody wore them. People wore them after practice, to and from class. Mm-hmm. They are not the same as Timbs. Timbs are like, they say something about the person that's wearing them.
Okay.
Probably what era you grew up in, and you know what you listen to.
Yeah, it's
but
just
Uggs,
like, yeah, best believe you can't wear Timbs, especially if it's out of season. You can't wear Timbs and have some headphones in and let us think you was listening to Luke Bryant. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. We knew you was listening to some Terror Squad. We knew you was listening to some Cassidy, some Bad Boy. So yeah, we knew what you was listening to.
Yeah, but Uggs, and I ain't never seen a man wear Ugg boots. I'm sorry, so I can't picture it.
Yeah, man, the stories I could tell you that I don't want to remember. Ugg boots. Gosh, what do you think? You know what? Before we even move on from Uggs, what would you think that a pair of Ugg boots today would cost?
It's the regular boots. They probably like $150.
$150.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
there are many different options now besides boots. There's slippers. They're like the Croc looking type. You know, they got a few different things these days. But yeah, and that's just the ankle height. They got, you know, the ones that come like over your calf. They got the lower ones. You know.
Oh
yeah.
No.
That's why I haven't seen a man wear those.
Listen, dear future daughter, it ain't never gonna happen. It ain't gonna. No, you're never gonna get it. No, you're never gonna get it. I'm not like, we gonna block the Ugg site in our household. Hopefully, she'll know what Uggs look like. But that's all funny games. That's kill it or steal it. We do have a lot of them coming back up. It's a million different fashion trends that we can go through that we both love and please hate. But what we got for the topic today, DD?
Well, since our last episode was so great, in my opinion, I think we should continue on where we kind of left off. We kind of left a little cliffhanger. And if you didn't catch that, please go back and watch it. Where we left off, though, we were talking about, the approach of a man to a woman and the hunt, if you will. So I think we should call this episode The Hunt.
Okay.
And so you talked about some good stuff. So since you like to put me on the hot seat, I kind of used that against you last time. So I kind of want to continue in that wave. And you said something interesting about hunting.
Mm-hmm.
One, you said that depending on what it is that you're hunting, there's a strategy.
Yes.
And that strategy includes timing, what weapons, and how long you're willing to wait and observe behaviors.
Right.
And for example, you said that if you're hunting rabbits, you're not going to use a shotgun. Probably won't use a bow and arrow for obvious reasons. It's not a big animal. It's a very specific animal, and you have to be super precise. So it's not a lot of room for error. But then we started talking about, okay, how would you said something like this? You said, now if I'm hunting this rabbit, the rabbit also got to let me know she in the bush.
Facts. They got to shake the bush. They got to shake the bush. They got to shake the bush.
So I need some help there, because how does one rabbit shake the bush?
Okay, so let me always preface this like I did the last episode. I am fellas. I'm sorry. I'm telling all the trade secrets. This needs to be said, and it has to start with the fact. The fact. This is not a rumor. This is not something that is speculated. We are often not as smart as you think we are when it comes to this pursuit. And the reason why I say that is that you may be giving off what you believe is obvious hints. But what I'm telling you is that I don't get that. You looking at me from across the room, I'm a weird looking dude. I know that you just may be looking over in my vicinity. I don't know if you're looking at, oh man, dude got his hair like that. I don't know if you're looking like, dude, why is he really big with a small shirt? Like, I don't know what you're thinking when you looking over here. So looking ain't never a thing. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. So if that is what you're using to shake the bush or let them know that, hey, it's hunting season over this way, that is not the way. So shaking a bush would be, I would expect for a woman to do her homework just as much as I'm doing my homework.
Okay.
Right? Because I know that I'm coming into things calculated. Not too calculated. Like, I'm not saying it's a game or belittling what's happening. But I'm coming into it with doing my homework, observing. I widely observe the people who you hang out with, who you conversate with, where you plugged into, what is the things you spend your time doing, especially when we come to social media. Now, we talked about social media before, but social media can tell me one thing. A, it might not tell me everything about you, but if you posting stories in the club every night, just maybe that tells me that this ain't what I'm looking for. I'm just saying. And it's not to say that going to a club or anything is wrong or right. I'm not passing judgment on that. But for the time of me in my life, that's not a life that I subscribe to, right? And so it's not the fact of, oh, I'm judging you, you're doing great, or I'm judging you, you're doing wrong.
It's just not what you're looking for.
It's just not what I'm looking for. Okay. So being in coincide with me. Now, if you're a man who is like, hey, I love a girl to like to have a good time, and clubs may give her points in your book. All the best to you. I'm fine with that. But when I have a couple of friends, and if you get to know me, if anybody who knows me personally know that I have a group of, I would say, about 6 to 8 people that if you came up to them and asked, hey, how is Ren? Who is he? What is the type of person he is? They will give you the best answers. Some of them will probably give you better answers than I can give you. I'm gonna be honest, because they're just observing and I'm living this experience. Yeah. And so a lot of times when the shake of the bush happens, like they go to somebody who I know and they're like, oh yeah, such and such was asking questions about you. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So now from them asking questions about me, I'm like, okay, either she's intrigued. I'm not saying that I'm not taking it too far than it needs to be, but she's intrigued enough to ask these questions about me.
From reputable sources too.
From reputable sources. Like, you're not just going to somebody who you think is, oh yeah, I took a class with him once.
Okay.
They don't know me. They don't know me. And then the thought process becomes, okay, you're looking into me. Now I can tell I can tell you're investigating me and you're looking at me if you're asking about that. Okay.
Okay.
A guy can tell when you are kind of putting yourself in the same vicinity. Okay. Now watch this. Not you walking past a table, not you walking past and looking or something like that. But if I say, like, all right, me and a group of people are going. Okay, me and a group of people, we going bowling, we going to a movie, we going to game night. We're having a game night. We're doing something. We're doing some type of group event, and you put yourself in that equation. All right, so you just come into a game night in a group of people, but I already know you've been asking questions about me.
I got you.
You feel me? Like, so what I tell about my friends, I was like, no, don't set me up with nobody. If a girl come and ask you questions about me, don't set me up with nobody. Tell me she asking questions, then put me in the same room with her, and then let me do what I do.
So period. To you, that's not a setup.
It's not a setup. No.
Okay.
To me, setup is, oh yeah, my boy, he been looking. No, I don't need you to speak for me.
I got you.
All of a grown man. I'm all of a grown man.
I heard that.
I don't need you to speak for me. But if you set it up to the point where we're in the same room,
okay,
that's all I need.
Okay, that helps.
That's all I need.
That helps because we be thinking, looking across the room, be like, oh shoot, he caught my eye, and we do this, and we think that you caught. That means I was looking at you, and you know that I like you, but you're saying, I know. Don't listen.
We would never get that. You would never get that.
That's clear. That's clear because y'all think we don't shoot our shots. We just be shooting at the wrong basket, apparently. So you're saying if she's investigating, I like that word.
Right.
And you catch wind of that investigation. Now when she looks at you across the room, it actually connects.
Exactly.
Something, not just
now that I know something's there. Now that I know something is there. And also, like, so for example, this is a humble / maybe I'm delusional brag. And so I would like to say some things that I say is funny. Some things that I say is funny. So if you just laughing, I'm like, 3 other people laughed at that. You think I'm gonna think all of them like me? Like,
okay.
It just, like, it don't, like, I can't equate that to it. Like sometimes you'll do like social media things. Like you can do a poll on Instagram or Facebook. Mm-hmm. You can do a Q&A on Instagram and Facebook. You can like a story or not like a story. So much things happening, right?
Right.
But what that girl doesn't know is that she liked the story thinking that it's flirtatious, right? But there's other people who just like the story because they like the story. And vice versa. And vice versa. So like something about social media, and this is probably confessing something about me, is that I'll like something when I love what that person's giving off. So if a girl posts something about I seen a girl say, oh, I'm going into this year knowing that I'm confident, knowing that I'm beautiful, knowing about all this other stuff. I'm like, yes, I'm going to like that. I'm going to double like that. Why? I love the way that you're walking. That's admirable.
Yeah.
But me liking that doesn't say, oh, you see that? He liked it. He liked it. He feeling me. He feeling me. And then because you'll hold on to that. And Absolutely. Then you'll come to me saying, oh, yeah, but you like my story. And I'm like, this girl's crazy.
It's social media.
She has lost it. What do you mean I liked your story? What do you mean? What do you mean I replied to your story and said LOL and that gave you the inkling that this is what this is? I'm confusion.
You know what? And we're laughing because it's funny, and it's funny because it's true. So this is not. Y'all know this is true, but it has to be communicated. So I'm glad we're talking about things that may seem obvious because they're not obvious. Right. Because you're right. a woman will take that and have a whole relationship in her brain, and you never once even talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're becoming another character in her mind of somebody who's, see, men don't never just be direct. Sis.
Now I'm a part of the statistic.
There you I'm only speaking what I know. And this is a real thing. And it's unfortunate, but this is why we're having this conversation, because every other podcast is going to go the other way and say, see, y'all need to be direct, and y'all need to do this, and y'all need to do that. But nobody's talking to each other.
I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Like, I seen a meme. I guess that's what it's called these days. It's a meme. It's not a meme because it's not a picture. It's kind of like a little sketch. You know what I mean?
I think they loop them all as memes now.
Okay.
I learned that today.
Okay, cool. So I've seen a meme. I think that's what I'm calling it. And they were talking about how it's so hard to talk to people in general when you get to a certain time in life, like when you're done with college, when you're in your adult life, your adulting life. And it's so hard to talk to people, whether it's romantically, whether it's getting new friends, whether it's like anything. And I have to think, like, what about the social like issue that we make? We made this. Like, to me, I can't accept that as truth. Hey, if I want you to be my friend, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up and talk to you. Like you can think I'm weird. That's fine, because I am, and I accept it. Like, you can think that, because people don't acknowledge people. Like, people don't like, I go to the gym a lot. And I have people that I see in the gym. And if I see you in the gym and we either conversate a little bit or a lot of it, it goes from conversating a little bit, and then we follow each other on social media. Anybody, I'm talking about guys and girls, and then we follow each other on social media. If I did not formally meet that person, despite how many interactions, I will go up to that person and say, hey, my name is Ren. I don't know if we formally met, but how you doing, type thing. Just to break away all of that weird, crazy thought, of like, oh yeah, we're friends because we follow each other on social media. I'm sorry, like, no. Like, I will literally walk up to you and I'm like, man, at what point in time, and I know COVID happened and I understand that that's the thing, so people are a little scared of each other. But even before that, at what point in time did we stop coming up and talking to people? When we liked people, when did we stop going up and telling them our intentions, or even doing the work? Or, like, we just assume what it is. Like you just said, we assume what it is in our mind. And now, Didi, I'm not gonna say no names. In my past, if you past love interest, if you're listening to this, I'm not gonna say your name. It's staying safe. It's right here. But I've had people walk up to me, girls walk up to me, and because they have made something up in their head, they will walk up to me and ask the question, so what are we? And I'm trying my hardest not to be surprised or caught off or baffled, because that kind of can come off as disrespectful. But I'm like, what? Yeah. What?
Wow.
You've been liking my statuses, words. You've been liking my statuses. That's okay. Yeah, I've had girls listen, Didi.
That's so,
matter of fact,
yeah.
Let me say this one time. I need a bigger view. Listen, we're gonna do this on purpose. I ain't playing this. We gotta do this on purpose. Listen, I need you to hear this. If you are watching this and you're hearing my voice and you're a female or a male, let me tell you what flirting is not. Okay? If you post stories on Instagram or Facebook or whatever platform you deem necessary, And that person that you have made up in your mind that you like, you haven't told that to anybody. You haven't told that to that person. You've made that up in your life, in your mind. If they watch your stories, that is not them showing interest back. Okay? You have made that up in your mind. Okay? You have literally made a scenario that is not real life. Okay, I feel like that had to be said.
It did.
I'm sorry. We had to get that out clear because people will sit up here. Oh, he watched my story. You haven't talked to him.
You
He
don't
don't
even know his
know.
last name.
You know his handle. You think my first name is Hollywood? Come on.
Oh gosh. Okay. I think it's clear. If you still need clarification, send us an email at setapartpodcastteam@gmail.com. Because I don't think you need much more clarification, but that's just me. But if you do, write us and we'll get you that information. But let's just be clear. If it's not a two-way street, it's not a real street. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's no disrespect, but we got to get out of La La Land. We got to get out of social media world and get to the real world, because these you can't have a whole relationship online and you can't have a whole relationship by yourself. All right.
Right.
All right. So now we kind of talked about, how to shake the bush. I like that.
Okay.
Shake the bush. When is shaking is there such thing as too much shaking of the bush?
Ooh. I mean, I think there's a portion of it where man, you don't shake the bush so much at the point where you just need to go and be direct. Like, you got to realize what you're working with. Some people are clever. Some people will get the shaking of the bush and realize that something's behind there to hunt. Other people will be like, oh, dang, those California earthquakes. Like, it would be like all these reasons as to why they won't get up and do something. And so that says either one or two things, though. It says, one, maybe, and sorry, this is a sad thing, but maybe like that concept of that being a romantic relationship is so far from their mind that they're not really grasping what exactly is going on. Which hopefully, yeah, it could be sad in certain scenarios, but hopefully that can be something that is reassuring to you. Like, it's a clear answer. Second off, maybe people come from different walks of life, and I'm telling you something that is pretty popular approach in men and women in culture today, right? What they do or do not do. But some people do come from just some old-fashioned walk of lives if I am a guy, I'm the shooter. Nobody's shooting, nobody's shaking. I'm getting in the game. I'm being aggressive. I'm doing it.
Okay.
So literally, you do have those guys out there with, hey, if I like her, I'm a pursuer, period. Like, I'm not waiting for her to give me no hints. I'm not waiting for her to introduce herself. It's all on me. And some people do have that mindset. At that point in time, I mean, you can shake the bush as much as you want to, but oh boy, he
already made up his mind.
He got a one-track mind.
Yeah.
And if he coming, he coming. But if he ain't, he ain't.
Yeah.
So there is a point in time where it's like, if you feel like you've done, I like to call it due diligence.
Okay.
If you feel like you've done your due diligence, you have maybe started inquiring about this person, you like what you hear. You have put yourself in positions as to where you are in the same vicinity, and opportunity has been there. If both of those things like are just a no-hitter,
he ain't it.
We might just need to be reading in between these lines, if you will.
Yeah. And so with that, because we started off talking about the hunter. So how do those, I put it like this, do you think that the hunter and the hunted, they should both kind of at least be on the same wave, like the same, it shouldn't be a shocker? Or is it okay to be, okay, if I'm going to go shake the bush at somebody, usually there was at least a curiosity Maybe he
Right.
hasn't started the hunt, but should it just be like he has no idea that I'm shaking the bush at him? Or there's at least like, do you think that there's some type of connection, similarity, something, or it's just I'm gonna shake the bush, he's oblivious, or I'm hunting her, she's not even letting me know she wants to be hunted.
Right. And I think there could be some oblivious stuff happening. I'll take it
Okay.
for I take it for a friend. A friend just had a situation where he was on a prowl. This is
Okay.
a very, very intentional person. He's very awesome dude, like one of the most awesome dudes I've ever met in my life. And he believes in being intentional, but he also believes in there's comfort and clarity. And so they have a lot of mutual friends. He finds himself in the same situation. He walks up and he says, hey, I would like to take you out, and this is not for a friend date. This is romantic pursuing. I really love, who you are, what I've seen from you, and I just want to see, like, I would love to take you out just to see if we can even think about pursuing a romantic relationship,
Yeah.
right? And he was responded with, you're a great person, but I am not dating at all. Like, I'm not dating. I'm not dating right now. And once again, she didn't give her reason. I don't think that she needed to give her reason.
Right.
Some things, I'm not saying some things need to stay close to the vest and it should be a secret, but like it could be very personal to her. You don't know what she's been through. You don't know where she is in her walk, what things she's trying to get through, or maybe some like some residual maybe sin that's popping up that she just needs to shake before she gets into anything else.
Yeah.
And so she didn't give her reason, but that's what he was responded with. Like, no, like I'm absolutely single and off limits.
Okay.
And I respect that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I did that as a guy. As a guy, I did that after realizing that we go through we as in general as in people. We go through things and we are so quick to move on, but we're not quick to heal. And so I made a point in my life and a promise to me that I was like, no, I'm not just moving on to the next thing. I'm not just saddling back up and having fun. I'm not doing that stuff. I'm going to stay by myself until I realize who I am, strong enough to realize that nobody else can affect that. And no circumstance can affect that. And so I stayed single for about 1.5 years. And I told a lot of girls, like, are you single? Yes and no. And they asked me, what does that mean? I am very much so single. I am not seeing anyone, nor will I like to see anyone at this time.
Not available.
I am not available. And so you do have people, you have to realize that people do, no matter you're the hunter or you're hunted, people do have different things going on in their life that would render them unavailable. And a lot of the times, now I'm not saying every time, because you can't say every to anything, but a lot of the times when I've heard situations like that, when people declare themselves unavailable, it was for a really wise thing. Like it was a wise decision.
Yeah.
Whether it was healing, whether it was them figuring out what they want before they move forward, whether it was a lot of transition about to happen in their life and they can barely deal with the transition in their life. How can they deal with adding a relationship into that? And so there's so many reasons, but for that, for the people who say that, for the people who are emotionally competent enough to know that that is what they need in their life, you just gotta applaud that. Like, so yeah, my friend did get a L, if you will, in terms of when you have guy talk. Oh, you took an L, but that's the greatest L you can take.
Yeah, because and that leads me to a couple things from that. Number one, shout out to him for being grown and being a man and saying, this is what I see. I would like to, see what, just upfront with like where his head was at and what he was curious about seeing, that is so rare.
Yeah.
So shout out to him for that. Secondly, that is, to me, that's not an L. That's not rejection. That, because it wasn't personal. She literally said, you're a great guy, but I need to I need to be with me right now.
Yeah.
And I know, well, I hear a lot that one reason that men don't approach is fear of rejection. And okay, how do I put this?
It's half that. I'll tell you right now, that's 50% that.
Okay. Okay, why do you say it's half of that? I'll just go there.
I would say the thing that I'm most afraid of is not rejection. You telling me no is clarity. I'm pursuing clarity. A yes is clarity. A no is clarity. Answer, definitive answer is clarity. I'm afraid of pettiness. So, in the sense of, I come to you, I asked you out on a date. I came to you in confidence of and hopefulness that this will be something more. If this is not something more, don't then make this into a situation where you're bragging about, oh yeah, Ren came and hollered at me and such like that. I told him no. Don't do that. Don't then be if we do have mutual friends and stuff like that, don't start acting weird. I'm not gonna start acting weird. Like, we can be as cordial as we was before this 2-minute conversation,
right,
in all of our lives, and you let that affect the way that we pursue each other. I am one of those, and don't get me wrong, I know all guys can't do this. I'm one of those guys that, like, I can hear no and still appreciate the person who you are.
Yeah.
Some people can hear no and get bitter because and that's some insecurities in them. Like, they get bitter because, how can they reject me?
They didn't get what they wanted.
They didn't get what they wanted. Like, no, like, let's be adults.
Yeah.
If you say no, you don't treat me wrong and I don't treat you wrong. Please, let's pursue whatever we had beforehand. If it was a friendship, let it be a friendship.
Yeah.
If it was a cordial acquaintanceship and we just had mutual friends, let it be that. But don't then turn this into something else to make me even regret saying something.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And you're right. Everybody can't do that. But thank you for clearing that up, because I just gotta ask what the ladies want to know. What is it? What we ain't doing? You know, is there something that we can do to make you approach, or is it literally have to be your decision to, like you said, observe those things that you're looking for, and what you're not, and then so it's really not what we're doing. If we're just being who we being, then it's gonna happen. Okay.
There is things, and before we move on even to the next question, there is things that I think we would be hesitant to pursue on.
Okay, and does that hesitation mean you just need more information? Or you see what it is, but you just don't know if you want to pay the price?
No, it's a question between, is this a hesitation based on, well, let me explain it to you like this.
Okay.
There's a couple things. One, we talked about, the cultural independence and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. That is one thing. Okay. That would give off a vibe. Hey, does she even want to be pursued? If that's the case, if you're I don't need no man. Well, do you even want to be pursued? Like, secondly, this might be opening up a whole nother can of worms. So I apologize for this. We have to be conscious, both men and women, of that female or male best friend. Okay? Like, because I rock with people. And so here's the way that I rock with people, okay? And this is something that may make people a little slow to approach me even. Mm-hmm. If I rock with you, I rock with you, okay? But it is very clear as to what our relationship is. For us,
it's clear to you two.
It's clear to you two. Like, if you're a friend, you're a friend. That's fine. Mm-hmm. It's not clear to people who just watch you walk in the gym or in the party, or like if you just hanging out together all the time and you consider each other really good friends, but everybody else just see y'all together all the time, so they think it's something there. They're deeming you unavailable just because of the frequency that you see you guys together.
That is so real. That is so real, because That's real. And I'm glad you said men and women. That is so real. Because optics can change somebody's mind.
Yes.
And sometimes people don't feel like, let me go make sure. They just say, they look like they cool. Maybe they just talking. I ain't trying to get in the way of that. And I'm not trying to fight nobody about how many people they hang out with of the opposite sex.
Exactly.
That's real.
It's a thing. And it's so much of a thing that I don't even know if there's any one specific way or popular way to fight through that. Like every single situation is unique. Every single situation is different. I don't know. Like if I see a girl, okay, let me tell you the toxicity. Here we go. This segment right here is going to be toxicity that is in men's mind that we don't say. Toxicity. This is toxic. Number one, the fallacy, the incorrect, the lie that we sometimes ruminate on is that, dang, if she that fine and she got all of that and she got the full package, oh, snap, that gotta be her man. Ain't no way she's single. It ain't no way she's single. That got to be her man, period. And so we'll convince ourselves with that alone that that's your man. Even though it's not. In reality, it's not. We convinced it. We once again, we making stories up in our mind. We just made the story up in our mind. That is a very much true thing. And then you start to think about, and I think when you go back to the whole name a drama show, Young and the Restless, Desperate Housewives, some type of drama and nitty gritty show, you like, okay, maybe they are friends, but maybe one of them got something deep down inside that they've been wanting to confess, and it's some feelings. Do I really want to be in the love triangle? Like these are thoughts. These are thought processes literally that happen when a male has a female best friend or a female has a male best friend. These are things that literally happen.
Okay. Hunt me anyway.
That's what I'm on.
I'm just saying. Only reason I'm saying that is because you can assume a lot. And we do too. Women do too. Because I'll do one better. He worked with all that. I know he hitting them off with a stick. I ain't got time to fight. Not me seeing. I didn't even see an actual human being standing next to him talking. But I know that they in the DMs. I ain't trying to be. I just don't. I just.
Yes.
So I made up the scenario because I made it up because it's true.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Because and I'll go back to the flip side. If you think my guy best friend deep down is just biding his time to make a move, make yours first. I guarantee you he gonna be the best man, or he gonna be the play uncle, he gonna be the godfather. But a woman is like this. I don't know how much more time he needs to make up his mind. So he gonna be the best friend. He might have all the feelings in the world, but if you slowful, if you waiting around, especially if you know where I'm at in life, that's not my problem.
Okay, here I got a question. Let me stop because this is about to be red hot. I'm waiting. Listen, ladies, gentlemen, I'm waiting to hear this. Like, fire up the comment section with this one right here. Didi, if you got a man, okay, a man, and he coming correct. He coming at you, all right. He got a girl best friend. He got a girl best friend. So he's not sitting up here saying like, "Hey, Didi, I'm not gonna let you wonder whether this is something. I'm telling you that this is just my friend, and I am after you." Period. Like, so he made that very clear. Okay.
Period.
So now y'all start dating. Y'all go on some dates, and we probably 4 or 5 weeks down the road, and you feeling it. You like it. He feeling it. He like it. But the third party, the best friend, is giving you a little dirty look. Is giving you some dirty looks. Like nothing is being said. Nothing is being said. The third party is giving you dirty looks. What now? Where we at with that now?
There is no third party.
Ooh.
What is a look? What?
Ooh.
What is a look gonna do if I know what I got?
Ooh.
There's no third party in this. What are you talking about?
Ooh, what third party? Who? Third party?
I didn't even know she was over there. I'm just being real. Like, if you told me what your intentions are and you follow through, I don't have nothing to question until you give me a reason to.
Respect. That's good.
That's not hard.
Oh, that's good. That's hey, listen, I didn't expect people listening and watching. I did not expect for it to be not only that sharp of a response, but that thing go straight to the heart. Osterman Jewelers. That mug hit me in the heart. I'm telling you, destroy the comment section with this. If you was pursuing your significant other, soon to be significant other, whatever you want to call them, and they had opposite sex best friend, and it kind of got a little, okay, they mean mugging, they looking, they may be not being as nice as possible. What then is the reaction? How do we respond to that? I need to know. Turn up in the comment section.
Because this is what I will say. If it's getting to the point where I'm like uncomfortable with the presence of that person because they're trying to make me uncomfortable.
Okay.
I'm not addressing that person. I'm going to go to my man and I'm going to say, look, just so you know, this kind of happened. I'm not tripping because I know what we got, but I just want to let you know. So if you to see if you pick up on what I picked up on.
Right.
But I'm not gonna bring issues into what I got because you had an issue and you didn't say anything when he was available. I am not team, let me make my life difficult because you're uncomfortable.
Talk that talk, Diddy.
I'm not trying to even be profound. It just is what it is.
That was real. You always find a way somehow in this point in time sometime in this time and point in the whole dialogue, you find a way to have a drop the mic moment. That was good. I'm
just grown. Listen. That's if you were man enough to tell me what you wanted and you came to me and you said, this is what I see, then you deserve me to be woman enough to value that and cherish it. And I'm not going to play high school games. What's a look? That's
good.
That's your friend. You go handle that.
I respect that. It is no better way to end an episode. It is no better way to end an episode. Thank y'all for chilling with us, rapping with us. If there's anything that we talked about today, please chime in. We need to know. Light the fire, the flames in the comment section. And we will see y'all next time on the Set Apart podcast with Ren and Didi. Didi, you got something for the people?
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Have a good one. Peace.
Hey, this is your girl Didi from Set Apart with Ren and Didi. Thank you so much for tuning in to this latest installment. Don't forget to subscribe to wherever you listen to podcasts.